What's up, guys? Here's 10 tiny mistakes that kill her attraction instantly. You're probably doing a lot of these, things that seem small on the surface, but when you stack them all together, if you're doing, one, two, or three of these, maybe even more, that's gonna make her lose attraction basically instantly, okay? So let's get right into this. Number one mistake you're probably making is validating her opinions instantly. Say she's saying something that goes against your beliefs or your opinions. So she's saying something like, um, waking up early sucks. And you just say, yeah, true, or facts. You're like, facts, yeah, waking up early sucks. But then you're someone who loves waking up early. It's kind of, you know, you're not staying true to yourself. You're kind of just validating her opinions instantly without even thinking about it, okay? So you're pleasing her instead of standing for your own values. So instead of saying something like, yeah, true or facts, because you're afraid to, upset her or not validate her, you need to just stand by your own values, say what you believe. If you like waking up early in the morning and she says, waking up early sucks, say, I actually wake up early every day and it makes me feel great. I'm awake before the sun even comes up, and I watch the sunrise, and I get an early start to my day. I get everything I need to get done before I even go to work. It's amazing. Say something like that, and she's going to be a lot more attracted to you. Number two is going to be being too eager to help her, okay? So offering to carry things. Say you see her carrying a couple things. She doesn't even look like she's struggling, but just because you want her to like you, you're like, hey, I'll get those for you. And she's either going to say, no, no, I got it. Or she's going to say, oh, that's so sweet of you. Like, sure. Which, sometimes that does work out, but if you're doing this continuously over and over again, where anytime you see her carrying something, you have to help her, you have to go run up and open the door for her, stuff like that, you want to just ease up on that. Don't be too eager to help her. I've also seen a lot of guys say, like, say she forgot her wallet, or you're out getting lunch with some coworkers and you're like, oh, don't worry about it, I'll pay for you. You know, you don't want to be doing stuff that makes her feel indebted to you, because that kills attraction, okay? You want her to feel naturally attracted to you without you needing to do these external things. Number three is going to be taking her teasing too seriously. So, you know, you're going to hear something like, oh, you probably say that to every girl, or you probably take every girl here. And a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll instantly, like, rush to their own defense and be like, no, like, I've only said that to you. Like, I've only ever taken you here. Like, believe me, please. Like, I'm telling you the truth. Like, no, like, you're the only girl. Like, seriously. And that's exactly what you should not do. That's what's going to kill attraction. So you don't want to rush to defend yourself. You want to say something like this. You want to smirk, play it off. If she says, you probably say that to every girl, say, yeah, I do, but I don't always mean it. Or this time I actually mean it. Something like that, that just plays it off. Makes you seem cool, calm, collected. It's going to raise her attraction. Number four is going to be overly enthusiastic texts. So say a girl says something that's not even funny, or maybe it is a little bit funny. You're going to put ha ha ha, LOLOL. You're going to put a bunch of laughing emojis. Stuff like that kills the attraction, okay? The better way to say ha ha ha, LOLOL is say, damn, that was actually funny. Or, about time you sent me something that actually made me laugh. So it's basically like you're saying LOL, but in a way that's like more mature, and it doesn't come off like that friendly LOL emoji. Every once in a while you can say LOL, but just don't overdo it, okay? And I typically never use emojis ever, really, with women. They just come off as super cheesy, and you just want to stay out of the cheesy zone if you want to keep her attraction. Now, number five is going to be saying sorry too often. So, say like you bump into her, you're walking past her, you bump her a little bit, you say sorry. You interrupt her when she's talking, you say sorry. Pretty much every little inconvenience that happens, you're saying sorry. Now you're gonna think like that's the right thing to do, but it's an attraction killer, okay? It shows that you take it a little bit too seriously. The thing I like to do, say I bump into a coworker that I'm interested in, I'll say something like, "Hey, clumsy, watch where you're going." Smile, laugh. She's gonna laugh, obviously. You know, if it's your boss you're bumping into, you're not gonna say something like that. You're gonna say sorry, okay? But if it's somebody you're interested in, you don't just want to keep saying sorry. You want to make it funny. You know, you interrupt her while she's talking. You just keep talking. Talk over her. Keep talking. Get her mad. You know, don't do it every time, but, you know, play around with it. So, number 6 is going to be asking, is it okay? Question mark. Is it okay if we go to XYZ restaurant? Is it okay if I kiss you? Is it okay if I put my hand on your thigh? You know, stuff like that. So, consent is important. I get it, but it doesn't always have to be spoken. So, what I mean by that is you can get consent by going in for the kiss and she rejects you and you back off. You can touch her thigh, feel that she got uncomfortable, and take your hand away. So you're still getting consent, it's just not being spoken. And asking, is it okay, is instantly killing any attraction. It's showing that you're not confident enough to just go for it and that you need permission to do what you want to do. I don't need permission. I take what I want. That's what she wants to see. Number 7 is nodding, nodding constantly while she's talking. She's pretend I'm her talking and I'm you listening. So yeah, I went to law school and it was really cool and it was really interesting and blah 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 blah. Basically, you're constantly trying to show that you're paying attention, but what it's doing is showing that you're, you know, trying to people please. You're trying to show like some over eagerness. You're kind of just showing that you're approval seeking, trying to get her to like you by showing that you're really paying attention. So just don't constantly nod. Of course, every once in a while, nod, show you're paying attention, but for the rest of the time, just try to be chill. Just try to sit still and be chill. That's what I put here. Just be chill and still. Because if you're going to nod constantly, it's going to instantly kill her attraction. Number 8 is using I guess slash maybe statements. So what that means is, you know, say she's like, hey, you want to hang out Saturday? You say, maybe, or I guess. You know, I guess kind of shows like you don't really have any plans, but, you know, you're happy to just go along with whatever. Women want to hear a definitive answer. Say, no, I'm busy that day, or yeah, let's plan for 8:30. You know, stuff like that. You don't want to show any hesitation. You don't want to show fear of upsetting her or being judged. Like saying I guess instead of a hard no. Like say you really hate going to this place she wants to go. She says, hey, let's go do the pool hall and play some pool. You say, I guess. Instead of just saying no, and then you have a bad time. That's a lot worse, okay? And it's also just gonna show a lack of leadership, okay? You wanna be able to take the lead, so there's no I guess, no maybes. Take the lead, say what you wanna say, and get it done. Number 9 is gonna be being chivalrous too soon. So obviously you've heard the saying chivalry is dead, and honestly for the first few dates it definitely should be, because there's too many guys I see that start off their dates like opening the car door, opening every single door, doing all this stuff, holding her purse, and it's like you don't even know this woman yet. Women have to earn chivalry, in my opinion. Like this girl could have just like sucked off 10 guys like 2 days before you met her, and now you're opening the door for her. Like, come on. You know how ridiculous that sounds when you think about it like that? And also it's going to come off as performative and not authentic. You really want to come off authentic at the beginning, and she's going to see that as you're trying a little bit too hard. You're trying to really make her like you, and that's another thing too. You're going to make her feel like she has to like you. You never want to put a girl in the position where she feels like she has to like you. You want it to always just be natural. So you don't want her to think, oh, well, he's doing all this stuff. He's giving me princess treatment. Like, I should be happy I found my king or my prince. But no, never do that kind of stuff. Make it natural always. Don't try too hard. Don't be chivalrous too early. And number 10 is going to be overusing her name. Okay, so girls, believe it or not, they actually hate hearing their name. But they don't just hate hearing their name, they hate hearing their name from a romantic partner or interest, okay? So imagine it like this. Imagine like your father or your mom, they always say your name. Like, hey Becky, go fold your laundry. Hey Becky, go clean your room. So when you use their name, at first it might seem normal, but then after a while, after you get to know each other, it's like you never want to be saying her name too often because it makes you seem like you're just, a friend or a family member that uses her name. Because imagine her boyfriend. Does he ever really say her name? No, he says babe, baby, honey, all these other pet names. And, you should be doing the same. Obviously, not using those pet names, but what I've found is it's actually better to say no name at all than to use her name too often. All right, guys, that's it for today. As always, this isn't everything, but that's 10 tiny mistakes that you should avoid if you don't want to kill that attraction instantly. If you got anything out of this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.